The shutdown of salons has probably made a lot of people desperate to get their bangs trimmed or their hair under control. It may be some time before we are allowed to reopen, so I want to teach you how to trim your bangs and a few other tricks too to help you get through this time until we're able to open again. So a few of the supplies you'll need a scissor, and really any scissor will work. Even a little kid's school scissor would work. A small scissor, if you have one, is the best. It's easier to control. So I would do this on your bathroom counter in front of your mirror, and I wear a button shirt because you will probably get a little messy and it's easier to not have to pull it over your head. So take your either a brush or a comb, and you're going to do this on dry hair. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the center, and my hair isn't terribly long right now because I was fortunate enough to get a haircut earlier. But hold the hair in your hands, and you're going to cut up with the shears. Cut into the fringe in the middle. And just do a little bit at a time because you can always go back and cut more. So once you have that at the length that you like, you can go on to this next side, brush it, and hold the hair, and looking in the mirror, you just go ahead and just snip that way. Always going up into the hair. And then I'm going to go to the other side from the center. On this side, I'm going to just also go ahead and snip a little bit there. Now, if your hair is too long going into the sides, you can continue that. I would pull that somewhat forward. And again, cutting into it. That's called point cutting. And that'll give you a soft edge. If you go in and just cut it, you probably will regret that. So now that we have that perimeter cut to the length that you like, we're going to do a few layers on top. A lot of people, that weight gets really hard to deal with. So you can let this part, the fringe, down. Don't cut into that. Hold the top up, and then you can take and also point cutting into that top. And again, just take a little bit at a time, and then if you need to go back further, you can go as far back as you can see. Do not go further. So I'm going to take that next section up and snip a little bit of that. And then that should help get the weight off the top and let you get a little more height, and you should be able to deal with your hair much better. You could move that into the side a little bit as well if you need to. And just snip with the point cutting method. Make sure you can see what you're doing. Okay. So sometimes the sides get pretty annoying. Some people get flips, and it just gets heavy. So that we can do as well. So we did the top already. You can move into the sides, and just being careful. Once you get behind the ear, it can get dangerous there too because you just can't see. So this I pull straight out and snip that with the point cutting. Do that. If you need to cut the length here too, you can let that lay down, and you can just put your scissor on your cheek and just go in and cut. If it's a clean line, you can also lay your scissor and cut. Don't go beyond the ear though. So for those of you, men and women, who have short haircuts, that would be like clipped up around the ears and tight in the nape, probably the best way to take care of that would be to use a clipper. So this is a clipper, this is a trimmer, and I'm willing to loan these out to you with my spacers and the attachments. I'm not going to demonstrate it because I would not like to have a clipper cut at this time, but I think there are some that are longer, that leave your hair longer. So they're simply attached. You put the clipper front in and clip it down on the back, and then you turn it on, and then you would just be raking that over your head. The longest one probably, you know, most people wear it longer on top. Just rake it through the top, and it works best if you have a family member help you. And then you cross over to get it even, and then from the other side over. So in that direction. You could also do the notching, point cutting in the front, and then the clipper from the sides around the back. As you go through, you can start with a longer attachment and move down, so that most people want the longer on top. The sides go into maybe a medium length, and then you can taper it down to a shorter one for the sides and the back. And I can help advise you on which ones you should use if I know your haircut. But these work really well. They are a little hard to blend and taper, but you can do that by using the different sizes. And they go right down to a very close cut. Then once you've accomplished that, you will need to clean up around the ears and the nape with the trimmer. And that is also easy to use. Around the ear, you can use a comb, but I can just go like this. And you can just take that blade and then just go right along the ear line, right around the top. Don't get into the actual hair growing above the ear. And the back too, trimming the neck. That can be done. And this again, get help because you can't see. But you would take the comb up and go a little bit under the comb to clean that hair that's down on your neck. You can also take the trimmer and go up like that. So the other challenge that many of us are faced with is the lack of our retouch hair coloring. I can help you with that. We have some options for at-home coloring that we can set up for you, especially with the help of your stylist, that they know your formula and we can help you. I would prefer that you don't go buy box color, because if you get into trouble and need it corrected, we won't be able to correct it right away. And when we are able to open again, the challenge will be getting everyone in, and if we have to spend time correcting your color, it's just going to eat up time and it's costly. So I really prefer that you ask us for help if you're going to do some at-home hair coloring. Since the governor shut us down, I just never dreamt that I would be teaching you how to cut your hair or do your color retouches, but it is what's necessary now. We need to stay inside. We also need to just realize all the gifts we have and appreciate our loved ones. And you are our loved ones. And I can't wait to see you all again in the future. I hope the future is near.